And One Nation are right in our opposition to mass migration. Today we learn the majority of Australians agree with us. Right again. A poll out yesterday in the Australian shows almost two-thirds of Australians want a reduction in the migration rate. 94% of One Nation supporters supported reduced migration, which has been a feature of One Nation policy now for 30 years. Ever since Liberal Nationals coalition under John Howard doubled migration and started mass migration. Significantly, 78% of coalition voters want a reduction in immigration and 71% of smaller parties and independents, which does include the Teals, so that's very interesting. What caught my eye with the poll is the two parties who have been pushing infinity immigration are doing so against the wishes of their supporters. 10% of Labor supporters want more migrants, while 49% want fewer. While 27% of Greens voters want more immigration, 32% want less. Immigration is now one of the biggest election issues in the New South Wales state election, which is not surprising given the rental crisis in the Greater Sydney area, thanks to the Albanese immigration invasion. It's interesting to see there is no gender divide on immigration. Opposition to high immigration is spread evenly between men and women. It's a betrayal of the very concept of democracy for this government to continue its globalist agenda to flood Australia with these very high levels of mass immigration against the wishes of the Australian people. Liberal Labor governments are importing too many new arrivals from cultures that do not readily assimilate and bring with them a religion, Islam, that seeks to carve out a slice of this country to introduce their own system of law, divisive. At the same time, the government is inhumanly ignoring the tragedy of the slaughter of Christians in Nigeria, Sudan and in South Africa. I asked the Minister representing the Minister for Home Affairs yesterday in question time how many Christian refugees we've brought in from these trouble spots, and the answer was telling: 0. And I asked who's benefiting from Australia's humanitarian intake. His answer is the top 5 countries for refugee visas, 15,000 in all, are all Islamic countries. This is nothing more than selective discrimination against Christians. In the past, Australians would have considered this sedition. One Nation still does.